Hey Content Marketing Academy, it's Tuesday, feeling good. I hope you've had a great day. One of the things that came up today at a workshop I was at down at the Acorns, actually, I had a really good session down there. Great people, great questions, lots of passionate people about, they're really feeling good about their business. Quite exciting actually when you get to speak to people. I've got some really relevant and you can see that they're thinking just through the questions that they ask. And one of the topics that came up wasn't something I was going to talk about today, was about testimonials and recommendations and how important they are. And the reason that it came up was because we were talking about how to get your customers' language into your marketing. And one of the ways to do that, obviously, is to get your customers to tell you why they did business with you. Why did you do business with us? Why did you choose to do business with us? And instead of you talking about your services, your products and all that all the time, you can actually get your customers, sorry about the shaking camera, you can get your customers to tell your potential customers, or the people that are visiting your website, why they did business with you. And that's a much better way to do it. It saves you, it's more authentic, it comes across as, a real customer telling their experience, their story, sharing their story of doing business with you. There's also a couple of other big benefits as well, right? So not only can you pick up on the words and the phrases they're using and use them in your marketing. For example, I got a testimonial recently, which is a very nice testimonial from Susan Fleming. And she, in their testimonial, she says something like, if you want to do business in the 21st century, you need to get to these workshops. And I've used that phrase as a headline on my website, so I think it's so powerful. So you can actually use their words, and thanks Susan, send me an invoice for that. You can actually use their words and phrases in your own marketing, and that's really important because it's their language, and I think it's a really key point. So, but you're not going to get that information if you don't ask. So one of the most important things to do when you need to get more testimonials is to ask, but not just ask, but make it really easy for people to do as well. So recently there's been a lot of testimonials flying around. I've been writing some for some people have been writing them for me. And I always ask after every workshop, after everything I go to write me a testimonial, but I make it really easy by asking a series of questions to frame their testimonial around. And it's a really important point because if you don't give them some scope, where do they start? What is it you actually want from them? The last thing you want is, I had a great experience at Chris's workshop, but why? Why did you choose to come? How did you feel before you were at the workshop? How did you feel after the workshop? That's what did you expect before? How did you feel after? What was the transition? What did you like the most? Would you recommend that other people come to the workshop? Why? So there's lots of questions there to get them to frame their testimonial around, and I think that's a really important point, is to give them the questions. That allows it, makes it really easy for them to do it, and you're going to get a bigger response, right? So instead of saying, could you write me a testimonial? Say, I'd really love your help and to get a recommendation, to get a testimonial out there. Here are some questions to help you frame. And a lot of you may have, or some of you watching this video might have actually seen one of these emails from me before. And I've actually included a link in the comments below to a document that's got 4 emails that I've used in the past. You can swipe and deploy and move things around and copy and paste stuff and use them in your own business. The other big thing about testimonials is that they actually can be used as part of your keeping customer strategy as well. So by asking someone for a testimonial, it reminds them that they did business with you. It reminds them of the good experience they had doing business with you. And then they write it and they resell it to themselves and they feel all warm and fuzzy again because they did business with you. And then you publish that on the website, then they become part of your story. More likely, I would say, to then want to do business with you again in the future. So, you can use them in your marketing, pepper them across your website. Don't just put them on one page, but actually put them on all your services pages. Get people to copy and paste them and put them into LinkedIn, onto your Facebook pages, into Google+. And again, the conclusion really is that you should definitely be asking people frequently, make it part of your process. There's no need to bribe people. You shouldn't have to give them money off or a voucher for them to write a testimonial. If they've had a great experience, the likelihood is they will help you and they will write that testimonial. Make it really easy for them. And don't make that big mistake just saying, could you write me a testimonial? Give them some questions, give them something to frame it around as well. I hope that's helped you. I'd love to hear your comments on that. Maybe it's triggered something. Maybe you need to go and get some testimonials from your customers and recommendations. I hope that's the case. I hope you've had a great Tuesday. Don't forget to be awesome.